Alright guys, bittersweet episode today. Me and Isaac are heading over to our buddy Gene's. Last night about 5:30. Got a couple phone calls from some local people and said that a big buck was hit right by our farm, a couple hundred yards from our farm on the road. So I sent my guys over, a couple guys, Nick and Gene and Gail, to check it out, and happened to be the buck that we've been hunting for the last 4 years, Hook. Center punched by a Chevy Impala, destroyed it. But they were able to secure the head and the body from the highway patrol. So we're heading over there now. Gonna go pick it up from Gene's house and take it to get it caped. We have local taxidermist Jason Salzer, Bullseye Taxidermy. He said he'd do a nice mount for us, and we can put an end to this 4-year quest for a deer. I haven't got to see it yet, but mixed emotions on the whole thing. Kind of a bittersweet ending, but in the end, no hunter can claim him, and the act of God brought him down. So we're gonna go check him out here and put an episode together of 4 years worth of our footage and encounters, trail cameras with him. Should be pretty good. We can move on with hunting. Have a little bit of a relief, actually. So stay tuned for the rest. There's his broken point from this year. Frozen solid. That's not how we wanted to find him.
No, it is not.
But that's hunting. Can't wait to get a tape on this bad boy. Alright guys, well, here he is. Captain Hook in the back of my truck. Just not the way we wanted it to happen. Got hit by a car last night. Like I said before, Gene and Nick were able to procure him for us. We're taking him over to Nick's shop right now to skin him out for the mount and try to salvage what meat we can. He's frozen solid. Didn't really have much of a chance to clean him up. He's so cold. But this is how it ends. At least he'll always have a place on the wall. We can look back at the 4 years we spent hunting him and move on to the next deer. We're going to get a tape on him today as well. Let you know what the final score is, and we can close this chapter. Our story begins in the summer of 2014. We started capturing trail camera pictures of a promising 10-point with hooked main beams. At the time, 2 other bucks were at the top of our hit list, and as the season progressed, we were never able to encounter the buck that became known as Captain Hook. Meh. Well, it doesn't get any worse than that. Everything worked out pretty much how I wanted it to. Big 9-point came in, had about a 20-yard shot to my right over here. He came in downwind, so he was only a matter of time before he caught my scent. He came on the same path the does did yesterday when they caught my scent. He was heading towards a fresh scrape that I can see from this tree right here. Everything was perfect. He was in an opening when I had the camera on him, got him stopped, but that's hunting. After that first encounter, I had it in my mind that Hook was the buck I wanted to kill, and I started passing every other deer over the next 3 seasons that I had an opportunity at, even if they were within bow range and shooters in my mind. As luck would have it, my brother Isaac actually had the next encounter with Hook from the same stand less than a month later. That was Captain Hook. He just came exactly where I wanted. The shot was a little bit further than I wanted. I don't know, I might have hit him a little bit low. I'm not 100% sure. My brother missed that buck out of this stand a couple weeks ago. He's been coming in during the daylight. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. I just hope that shot was high enough. If I hit him, that's my biggest buck by far. I'll keep you posted. We're still not sure exactly what happened with Isaac's shot. What we do know is that Hook survived and for the rest of the year was completely nocturnal. This next part of our story is also the most painful. On November 4th, 2016, exactly 1 year after Isaac shot and wounded and was unable to recover Hook, I had a similar encounter. A 17-yard shot that was placed just a tad high at last light, too dark for camera, resulted in a 300-yard blood trail that we followed for 2 days. Over the next couple days, we continued with the grid search, but found nothing. After a week or so, we finally got confirmation that Hook survived the shot, with a series of trail camera pictures showing a large gash on his left side.
It's 3:45, November 17th. We got about a 2 or 3 mile an hour wind out of the west-northwest. It's about 55 degrees. I just had a whole bunch of action. I had a doe come through, 2 small bucks following her. Then I had another doe come out in the field in front of me. Then the first doe, I'm assuming, came back from the northwest, and my number 1 hook was right on her tail.
Despite running more trail cameras than ever before, 2017 saw the fewest number of pictures we had of Hook. Our only truly good encounter was on June 8th when he visited the original mineral lick where we discovered him back in 2014. We knew he was alive though, as our neighbor Bob was sending us regular updates of his antler growth on a farm about half a mile away. And up until opening day, we didn't really get a good view of his rack and we weren't exactly sure what we were dealing with.
Alright guys, opening day. That's all I need to say. September 30th, 5 o'clock, Alfalfa Field. Alright guys, it's way after dark now and I'm still in my stand. I wasn't able to do any interviews during that hunt. You can hear below me I got raccoons fighting. I couldn't do any interviews during the hunt because I had every deer on the farm out in front of me. I watched Hook for about 25-30 minutes. I got as much video of off as I could.
That opening day encounter further established the fact that Hook was the only deer I wanted to kill. But despite that, he remained extremely elusive on our farm, only visiting a few times up until the rut. And that is when the true game of cat and mouse was to begin. Alright guys, it's about 3:30 on November 9th. Tonight's hunt kind of thrown together last minute. Conditions aren't very good. Pressure's dropping. Temps are... I just had my second encounter of the year with Hook. He came up on the upwind side of me over here to my west, came down the ravine, went down into the bottom, and then turned and walked with his nose to the wind west away from me, probably about 100 yards. I doubt the camera caught any of it on video, but These trail camera photos would prove to be the last I would get of Captain Hook. On December 12th, 2017, he was struck by a car around 5:30 p.m. about half a mile from our farm. In the ensuing chaos, my friends Gene Miller and Nick Schlau were able to procure his body and get a tag from the State Highway Patrol. The next day, I was finally able to put my hands on Hook, and we ended up taping him out in Nick Schlau's shop with a final score of 158 and 5/8. The moral of the story is simple. We as hunters do not own the deer. The lessons I've learned over the last 4 seasons chasing Captain Hook I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. It's made me a better hunter, and it's showed me the true value of what it means to spend time in the woods with friends and family. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of SBO Live and for also following me on this 4-year journey. There's nothing better in this world than spending time in the woods with your friends and family chasing whitetails.